So now let's talk about actually editing your project. So one thing to remember is that you want to make sure you've named your event and your project meaningful names. So you can always go back in and rename it. All to do that for the event is just click on it and hit the return key, and you can rename your footage. If you go up to the project or projects you're having in your event, you can just click on it and then you can rename it here. So it's really a good idea to get into the good practice of naming your events and your projects with meaningful titles, especially if you're working on a computer where multiple people are using that computer. All right, so, and remember, short but descriptive titles. You can always change this later. So let's talk about editing. So you've added some clips and you're ready to start sort of editing your projects. One thing you can sort of see is that iMovie is a very sort of drag and drop application. And you can always go in here and drag and drop and click and select and move things around. Now if you want to trim a clip, there's a couple ways you can do it. So one way of editing is by selecting a selection of your clip on the timeline. And you'll do this so you can sort of bring your playhead to wherever you're thinking, and then you'll notice here there's like a little sort of dot that shows up and this little yellow sort of box, and that means that you can drag and sort of select that particular selection, right? So you do that, and all you do is you go to main menu, right up here, the main menu, and you go to modify, you go to trim selection, and that will automatically trim it to the selection that you want. On the other hand, you can also drag the edges of the clip sort of to make it longer or shorter or longer depending on sort of what you want. For more precise control, you can use the clip trimmer, and to do that, you must select your clip and then right click or control clip, and you can see there's the show clip trimmer option over here, and that will show you your whole entire clip here, and you can go in and you can change the selection by keeping the same sort of time that's selected, but just changing what part of the clip you're selected, or you can go in and you can make it longer or shorter. So then that's a little bit more of a precision editor. And then to be finished, you just click the close at clip trimmer and then you're done. So that's a way you can do some fine tuning. So something very useful is splitting a clip. And that's when you want to keep all the footage, but say you want to have, something in between. So say like right here, I just wanted to put like a title in between, like a blank sort of title page. Then all I would need to do is just go control clip, click, and then split clip. And then I'll be able to go in and I could add, things in between. So that's something that's very useful. If you ever, do that by accident, you can always just select those clips and you just click and shift, and then you can go back in and you can go to modify, join clips, and that's if you sort of split them by accident. All right, or you can choose edit, connect, either one. So that's how you edit your clips.